All right, today is a lab day. I'm trying to get control over this chaos over here. Um, my bookshelf back there is where I keep a lot of electronic parts, plus I got boxes all over the office. But I'm trying to get them more organized, get everything in containers, get it in some organized, usable setup. Um, So I've been 3D printing boxes to go inside some of the containers to keep it more organized inside the drawers. Using the 3D printer, I've been using the Creality Ender that, not the Taz that you see behind me, but I have it over on the side here. I've been using that. Let's see if I can actually switch over to it. Not, yeah, there we go. So I got the Ender 3 over here. Right now I'm printing with TPU rubber liners that go inside the little boxes I made. Here, I'll go grab that box. Probably make more sense if I show you. Let's see. Back to initial position, tracking mode. Let's see how this works. So this is the container I'm working on over here. So to pull this drawer out, this is just a regular drawer system from Walmart, so nothing super crazy. But let's see if I can get a better shot here. There we go. So they're just Walmart drawers, nothing crazy, you know. But I went to the kitchen section and at least found some containers to not have to 3D print everything. So I found these, drawer organizers that have a rubber liner in them, so they sit in the back. And then I made these myself. These are designed in CAD and 3D printed here. The rubber liner you see in here is a textured rubber liner that I'm printing right now. And then otherwise, the regular boxes are just the 3D printed box or container that I made to fit inside the drawers. I also did a half depth one. So basically half of the box, so I could do smaller containers, depending on what I need. I don't know what I need yet. I just printed like 8 or 9 of the big, bigger size ones and a couple of the small ones to fiddle with. Trying to get my liners printed now, and then I'll be able to start figuring out what goes in there because I have all kinds of stuff like, RGB LED boards. I'm going to need a place to store things like that. I have them in all different form factors, circular ones. So just a place to do that. As you saw with this drawer here, I have a ton of wall adapters, USB wall adapters, because I'm always looking for those for projects. Always need to power 2 or 3 things on a project if I'm designing something. So having a bunch of those is very helpful. So I'll have those all organized in a drawer. And that's the whole point, is I have just a ton of stuff. Little boards I keep around like this is a buck converter. Basically, I can pump up to 36 volts through this puppy and get USB 5 volts out. So 2 screw terminals for up to 36 volts. The other side, I can get 5 volts out. This one is programmable, so I can tune it to give me 12 volts and 5 volts out of the USB. But most USB devices use 5 volts. So I keep a lot of these around for prototyping circuitry and everything. If I design an actual circuit board, all this type of stuff will be built into the circuit board, without the big connectors and the digital display. I'll just be using the main buck converter components on the board so I can power the board up to 36 volts and get the low voltages that I need for whatever. So I keep a lot of those around. So that's the whole point of this, is trying to get all of that organized into small little bins and try and get this craziness you see around me better organized. You can see down this side, I got cables laying around, everything over here. We're going to get those organized. They're networking cables. I have, the Taz printer over here, the 3D printer over here. As you saw, I have the Creality. I also have a Bamboo Labs A1 that I need to work on trying to get this place rearranged so I can get it in here. Working on that. And then I also have, let's see, gonna go down a little bit more. Yep, there we go. I have this circuit I'm working on right now. It's a Raspberry Pi Pico. So this is why I want to make room, so I have room to set stuff up like this and do this project. It's just this main board. This is a whole nother project here, but this is an LED lighting control board that I'm working on. The board has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. It's going to have an API running on it so that I can build an Alexa skill to control it. And the eventual thing is this is going to go into our cabinets in the living room, our display cabinets, so that each cabinet, each door actually on each cabinet, it's going to have an LED strip, but I'll be able to light up the inside of the cabinets. And eventually, because these are all programmable, each individual LED, I'll map them out and say, this is shelf 1, this is shelf 2, shelf 3, and this way I can do different colors per shelf and all kinds of cool stuff. So that's the main driver behind trying to get this stuff organized so I got room to work. Just too many projects going on and too much chaos. So that's what we're doing in the lab on this Monday, vacation Monday. I'm still on vacation all this week. So I'm going to try and see how much I can get done this week because I lost a lot last week with a stomach virus. Wasn't really doing much, so we'll see how much we get done today. So hopefully you liked a little peek into what's going on in the shop. And if you want to see more about some of the projects I'm working on, 3D printing stuff, the LED circuitry, the API I'm building on a Raspberry Pi Pico, any of that, shoot me a message or leave a comment and let me know, and I can do separate videos, separate tutorials, blogs. Always happy to work on that stuff for you. And hope you enjoyed. Give me a like.